Hello ladies. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to chop up our green bell peppers. So just chop those green bell peppers up. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to chop up an onion. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just try to make sure that they are the same size so that they cook evenly. Now I'm going to chop up some garlic. I have like 8 to 10 cloves here of garlic. And that was half an onion, by the way, that I cut. Half an onion. So now I'm just chopping up all of my garlic. Now I'm going to take some olive oil. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of olive oil into the pan and let it get nice and hot. Now I'm going to add in my chopped bell pepper, my chopped onion, and garlic. And we're going to saute this all together. But first, let's season it. So we're going to season it with some black pepper, some onion powder, and some garlic. About a tablespoon of each of those. Now we are going to do a dash of salt. I'm using sea salt, but you can use any salt that you please. And just a dash or a teaspoon of salt. Now I'm going to add in some herbs. So I'm adding Italian seasoning to this. And this is about 2 teaspoons. However, I will say with these seasonings that we're using here, you can season to your liking because these are sodium-free seasonings. These are herbs. So now I'm just using some oregano, about a teaspoon of that. I'm just going to mix everything up, let those onions and peppers saute and become a little bit soft. Now, while that's still cooking, I'm going to start on my pasta, and I'm cooking this off screen, but I just want to show you guys the pasta that I'm using. And while you guys are shopping, I want to make sure that you are getting whole grain, so make sure you have that seal on there, and also look at the ingredients label and make sure that it's whole grain. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ground turkey. This is 83% lean and 7% fat. And I have about 1.5 pounds of this. Now you may need to double the recipe so that you have enough for the entire week. But I'm going to use like 1.5 pounds here. So you just want to mix that all together until the meat has browned nicely. Now once the meat has browned, you now want to add in your sauce. And for the sauce, you want to make sure that you're purchasing a no sugar added variety of the sauce. So you want to check that it has no sugar added by double checking the nutrition facts label. And then you also want to look at the ingredients as well. Really, there should only be about 6 ingredients in the tomato sauce. So you also want to make sure there's not too many ingredients in there. So just pop it open and then add it into the sauce. And now I'm going to season up my sauce a little bit more. I like spicy, so I'm adding some red pepper flakes because yes, I like spicy. And now I'm adding fennel. I love fennel. It reminds me of like a sausagey flavor. So I love the flavor that it adds to the sauce, almost like a licoricey flavor. Now I'm going to add in some Italian seasoning as well, and then I'm going to add in a teaspoon of salt. Now I'm going to add in some fresh basil. I love the flavor that fresh basil gives my tomato sauce. It gives it a nice kind of homemade taste. It's really good. If you don't have fresh, you can use dried, but try to find fresh. And now we're just gonna mix this all together, and we're gonna cover it, and we're gonna let it cook. I like to cook mine, you know, kind of low and slow, you know, with the lid on low heat for like 30-ish, 40 minutes. And yeah, it tastes so bomb the next day too, guys. So anyways, this is the plating. So I have weighed out 4 ounces of this turkey sauce, and now I just put a half a cup of pasta, and now I'm going to add in a full cup of fresh spinach. And this is how I like to heat my food up, guys. I like to heat my food up on the stove. You can also do this in the microwave as well. Just make sure that you cover it so that the moisture can kind of help the spinach wilt. But yeah, I'm just gonna put all that content into my pot, into my pan. And you notice there was no oil there. It's not really necessary. If you do need a little moisture in there, you can do some non-stick spray, but just go ahead and move that around until the spinach has wilted, and it's really delicious. So you want to serve that with half a cup of zucchini for lunch and a full cup of zucchini, no pasta, for dinner, and no spinach as well. So just the pasta sauce with the turkey meat and zucchini for dinner.
It's taking a hold of me for sure. Baby, come. Oh, girl, I want to make me this.